Here's our crazy morning. It's a blizzard out. Everyone's putting their rain gear on to try and stay warm.
You doing naked pictures?
Yep. What do you think?
That's great. So glad I got these yesterday.
He went and bought some new clothes, so he's pretty stoked. That's the best $1,000 he ever dumped.
Sorry, Jeannie.
If you're gonna buy sick, you just plan on the grind. It's pretty sad. It's Monday morning, probably about 6:30, 6:45 maybe. And we probably got 4 inches of snow last night. I'm guessing somewhere around there. Let's see what the day brings. We're kind of hoping it'll lift a little bit for us.
Just passed on about a 150 or 160 buck. Now he's probably about, I don't know, 24 inches wide. I'm starting to think I'm crazy. I'd like to kill a good buck, but that was a pretty good poke, about 400 yards. But the snow is just barely snowing, but it's kind of letting up and coming in and going. So it sounds like it's got onto something this morning and missed, but we're getting into deer, so wish us luck.
Well, it's a blizzard out. Just found a couple of does down here. But right when I first came over this hill, I kicked up a pretty nice buck. Yeah, there's a doe and a fawn, I think, right there. There's another doe down below, a little bit closer. You can see how there's just snow kind of cutting into our visibility here. Welcome to Alaska. I mean, Colorado. It's crazy this morning. There's probably 4 or 5 inches of snow. Still kind of adding on to it now, but all white. So I came over this little saddle right here. I could see some fresh tracks that just come through, and as I come over, you could see some deer down below me. You could see a doe, and then another doe and a fawn. Got my gun ready just in case, and the buck just happened to be behind some thicker brush. So you can see it right down here. Down below me there about, I don't know, maybe right in here, about 80 yards. And the does stood there for a while and finally just were like, they'd had it and they took off. So the buck followed him. I got my scope on him and just kind of followed him down. I could see he had a nice frame, real tall, not real wide. At least a big 3-point, but probably a 4. Anyway, I was wondering if he'd come out the bottom, and finally he did, about right there. And I shot. Well, he ran out across the flat and stopped. I ranged him at 400, about right there. And I was just settling in, gonna just hold over, and he took off again. He's trotting, and just before he went over that ridge, I just took a crack at him straight away, but I guess I missed him. It's a pretty much offhand desperation shot. And there's a doe right there, and another couple of does up there. So, crazy morning. It's fun though. I love hunting this stuff. It's just they're sliding everywhere this morning. It's just slick, sliding up this mountain. So let me go up above us here for a bit and check it out. We'll see. Little setup. Spotter. Checking it out. Well, here a few hours later, headed down to recover Stephen Cope's buck. Haven't seen him yet. Heading up there. been pretty fun morning. We've seen a lot of deer, about 5 inches of snow, and just they seem to be just moving through here. So it's been pretty productive for sure. But that wind chill's pretty brisk. So Jake had one he could have shot past that pretty nice spot, and so did Steve Magleby. So it's been a good morning. We all had opportunities, that's for sure. So, headed up right now. See him right there. I think we can just side hill him over. Yeah. Should be one of those drag him out hole situations, hopefully. We'll see here in a bit.
Good to see! Thank y'all for recording this. Dude, that's a nice buck.
Want to see this nice buck you got? Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Good job.
His body.
Yeah.
Dude.
What do you think, Cope?
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm very pleased. I was telling Steve, it's my second mule deer and my first 4-point buck, so I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
Made a good shot on him. He dropped like a brick.
Yeah.
And yeah, couldn't be happier.
That's way cool. Shot him in a good spot.
Yeah, close to the road.
Like that.
I like that. I like that a lot. Sweet.
He's got a really dark, cool looking face on him. It's way cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
He passed this guy's little brother up there.
You passed this guy's little brother?
Yeah.
He looked very similar to this, but I think it was a 3 on this side, and then this side was a little bit crabby, kind of like this
Like
one.
the other side, yep.
Oh,
And,
cool.
but yeah, pretty similar.
Nice. Well, this is the fun stuff
Real
right
tall,
here.
kind of heavy looking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. He was with a bunch of does, huh?
Yeah, so there were 3 bucks and 18 does in here.
Wow.
So they were all just scattered through here. I think when you shot earlier, the does on top by the brink, they heard it,
Oh.
and they started coming down and pushed all the other deer down to this draw. So it actually helped me out quite a
I'm
bit.
surprised they came in this far away, huh?
So
Wow.
yep, they just piled down in here and was able to close the distance and get a good shot.
Seems like everything's headed down. Kind of like they're migrating through or something. Yeah. Yeah. So the wheelers are right there. We just side them over there probably. There's a nice trail. We walked in right there and just take them over.
Hey Scott, what are you doing?
Yeah, what's going on down there?
What are you going on there?
What I'm always
I think
doing when I take this
he's
razor
gutting the
anyway.
4-wheeler.
He's cutting through the brisket of the 4-wheeler. Hey, look at me,
Think
dude.
you
What are you
came from
doing?
off?
Hi, Mom.
Scott's cleaning it up. We had a little spot of the skid plate hanging down, so
You cutting
little doctoring.
Cutting the exhaust to get more power, man?
Yeah.
Steve and I dropped down into a little canyon and spotted that buck I passed on this morning. Could have shot him again and again and again at 268 and 255 or something like that. I'm asking Steven if I'm crazy, so we'll find out.